The Reluctant Messenger. The Three Religious Paradox. Three religions teach reincarnation. Three religions teach resurrection. The paradox can be solved. The master walked with Chester in the garden. Chester was looking for a good debate, and the master wanted to walk in peace. Chester tried to start something. If a true religion is a path to God, why not just one religion? Why do we need 6 or 7 more? The master replied, there are 9 religions, but only 2 paths. Chester hated having to be probed, so he attacked. That makes no sense. Explain it. The master said, you make everything so complicated. You need long logical explanations when things are just the way they are. It just is. Chester found the master was quite difficult to debate with. Master never gave him anything to resist or counter. He had never met anyone who seemed just to glide through life, serene and unconcerned. Finally, he resorted to begging. Please, you have to give me more details than 9 religions, but only 2 paths? The master's silent. He was silent for a while. Then he finally asked, you want things categorized and labeled like scientists do, don't you? Would you like that? Chester shrugged and said, how else would you communicate it? The 2 paths. The master said, I will do my best. I need to sit and talk. It is hard to talk like a scientist. I need to focus. The master walked over to a large tree with lots of shade and sat with his legs crossed. Chester joined him. It was much cooler under the tree, and the master began. There have always been 2 paths. One path is the path of absolute awareness, achieved through meditation, and this is the path Buddha took. The other path is a path of faith, achieved through prayer, which is the path Christ showed us. One path is with the tail, and the other is with the Father. Another way to look at this, one path experiences God as pure awareness, called Nirvana. The other path experiences God as having human-like personality, like as Allah, Krishna, or the Father. Chester tried to soak it in. It seemed to make sense. But which is better? So Chester asked, which one is better? Which one is better? The master continued, I'll try to be logical for you. Let's assume the statement that God created everything to be true. That means for eternity, God was before creation. This means the original, eternal, contained only God. The best way to put it in words is to say God was eternal, infinite awareness in perfect balance. During the original eternity, God had no personality because a personality is used to interact with other persons. God only manifested a personality after God had created to interact with. Chester was stunned into silence. So far, the master seemed to be right. Chester softly requested, go on. The master laughed softly, then he continued. The God awareness path explains Tao, Buddhism, and Zen. The personal path, God, is contained in the story of Krishna and Christ. Chester loved to find flaws in logic. He pounced. That is only 4 religions. You can't count Zen and Buddhism twice, you know. The three threes. The master paused and closed his eyes. After about 30 seconds, his eyes fluttered open and said, The three threes. The mystery of the three threes will I explain. He shifted deeper into the grass growing underneath the tree. Three primary religions teach reincarnation. They are Hinduism, Taoism, and Buddhism. Three primary religions teach of resurrection. They are Judaism, Christianity, and Sufism. And three more religions are a blend of one of the two mentioned. You can call them blended religions. Zen is a blend of Buddhism and Taoism. And Sheiks are the blend, that's S-I-H-K-S, are a blend of Hinduism and S-U-F-I-S-M, Sufism. And there is one more blended religion, a blend of Judaism and Christianity called Sabbath Christians or Messianic Jews. Chester challenged. But that doesn't explain why you have three religious teachings or the reincarnation and the other threes are teaching resurrection. The master smiled. It begins with the plan of God. Daddy, why do African Americans, why do they hate us Africans?
Oh, son, some of them got the white man's cut on them, and they think like they're white men. We are all Africans. Even the Africans in America. Still African.
But you'll go see some thug-ass movie called Barbershop with that heathen, low-down dog, savage entertainer called Martin Luther King a whore and said Rosa Parks didn't do nothing. She was just too tired to move her big black ass. And you niggas started. But had that nigga said that about Jackie Kennedy, who was a hoe, she was Bobby's girl before she married Jack, a slut hoe. Had he said it about Queen Elizabeth, that nigga be dead now. But you don't see nothing wrong with it. And the only reason that punk thug and the rest of them can be in Hollywood and do their movies is because of us. Not because of their mama or them niggas was smart. Our stupid brother called me